Good evening, folks. Today's discussion A is a long one, and the topic is the evolution of elder care, trends shaping the future. Signals a look at how elder care is changing now and what will guide care going forward. The page frames these changes as driven largely by medical and technological advances and by shifting preferences about aging at home versus moving into communities. BethesdaHealth.org. That's where this one comes from. It's a senior info site. Okay, I'll get that out right now. So the rest of this is major theme: technology transforming care. The article highlights technology as a central force, wearable medical alerts, devices, remote health monitoring, blood pressure, glucose, sleep apnea, telemedicine, and smart home sensors, all making it easier for older adults to live independently while keeping clinicians informed and responsive. Bethesda.org. BethesdaHealth.org. Practical services supporting aging in place. Okay, the page describes concrete services that enable aging at home in home care, personal care, and skilled nursing, companionship programs to reduce isolation and relieve family members, for respite care. Meal delivery programs and community dining options and transportation services, including door-to-door and non-emergency medical transport. BethesdaHealth.org. Guys, it's a community I'm talking about. I'm giving you information about their services they provide. So let's go through this. Emotional and social well-being as care priorities. Beyond physical health, the article assesses or stresses mental health and social connection. Exercise, nutrition, counseling, and meaningful relationships are presented as essential components of healthy aging and as protective factors against loneliness and depression. How communities like Bethesda fit in. The page positions independent living communities as one integrated option. They combine housing, meals, and social activities, fitness, and access to services so residents can age in place without with built-in support and social opportunities. Bottom line, takeaway. Elder care is evolving from isolated medical interventions to blended model that uses technology, community services, and social supports to help older adults remain safe, healthy, and connected at home or in community settings. What the phrase means. Five gener here's another piece of it, guys. I'm going through that now. 5 generational living patterns that are changing how older adults get care at home. Highlights 5 interconnected demographic and so, so, social shifts that are reshaping the landscape of elder care. It is it it's not simply about individual choices anymore. These patterns reveal how family structures, migration, cultural diversity, and technology are redefining what it means to age in place. The 5 patterns and what each changes. The multi-generational one, the multi-generational household surge. What it is. More families now live with 3 or more generations under one roof. Adult children are staying home longer, and aging parents are moving in rather than entering care facilities. Why it matters. This arrangement can reduce cost and foster emotional support, but it also creates new challenges: caregiver burnout, privacy concerns, and the need for home to be physically safe and adaptable for older adults. It shifts caregiving from professional, institutional back into family unit, often without adequate preparation or resources. The unexpected senior migration landscape. What it is, older adults are increasingly relocating to lower costs, warmer states, particularly in the south and southeast or southwest. What it why it matters. These moves disrupt continuity of care as seniors leave behind established providers and familiar networks. Families and Policymakers must design care models that are portable, flexible, and able to integrate quickly into new communities. Migration also reshapes local demographics, creating pockets of high demand for elder services in regions that may not yet have the infrastructure to support them. Rapid diversification of the 65 plus population. What it is, the older adult population is becoming more racially and ethnically diverse, with significant growth among Hispanic, Asian, and multi-racial seniors. Why it matters. Care at home must adapt to cultural preferences, language needs, and disparities in health outcomes. A one-size-fits-all approach no longer works. Culturally, responsive caregiving, whether through bilingual aids, diet-specific meal programs, or respect for spiritual traditions, becomes essential to ensure equity and dignity in aging. The digital caregiving revolution, what it is, technology adoption among seniors has accelerated. Smartphones, telehealth, remote monitoring devices, and care coordination platforms are now part of many households. Why it matters. These tools allow families to support aging relatives from afar, enable clinicians to monitor health remotely, and create new models of hybrid care. Yet they also raise concerns. Seniors without reliable internet access or digital literacy risk being left behind, and privacy issues loom large as sensitive health data flows through digital systems. The grand caregiver phenomenon, what it is. Many multi-generational households, older adults are not just care recipients, they are caregivers, often raising grandchildren. Why it matters. This dual role adds emotional and financial strain, complicating the narrative of aging at home. Seniors may sacrifice their own health and independence to provide care, blurring the line between who needs support and who delivers it. It underscores the need for policies and programs that recognize caregiving as a reciprocal, multi-directional responsibility across generations. Why these patterns change at home care. Taken together, these shifts transform aging in place from a personal preference into a collective challenge. Care must now account for household composition and caregiving roles, migration and geographic mobility, cultural diversity and equity, digital access and literacy, the overlapping needs of caregivers and care recipients. This means elder care solutions must be holistic, flexible, and designed to support entire households, not just individual seniors. Bottom line takeaway: aging at home is becoming more interconnected, diverse, and technologically mediated. The future of elder care will depend on portable systems, culturally responsive practices, and digital tools that empower families while protecting seniors' autonomy. In short, the patterns show that senior care is no longer about isolated individuals. It's about adapting to the evolving fabric of families and communities. Okay, folks, that's your A for today. I will be back on shortly with B. Give me a bit and I will be back on with B. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.